just not understand black culture. He doesn't understand any culture, because why does he have a video where he's got a bunch of guns laid out in front of him? Like he's got, mob ties, but he's currently trying to deal with that problem in court.
Videos surrounded by a bunch of choppers. You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Oh my God.
You the Toronto trigger squeezer now.
This guy's crazy. In your mix. We're not in your mix. Like, ever. We never want to be in your mix. We don't want.
We don't want to party with you.
We don't want to party with you. We don't want anything from you. Half the time we don't even like your makeup. So it's like
Drake just pulled out real guns in a music video and threw threats at Kendrick Lamar. But it was Pusha T who came in swinging to check him for acting all gangster. People thought Drake had learned his lesson after taking that massive L against Kendrick. But nah, here we are in 2025. And Drake's actually out here talking about shooting folks. No need to act shy now. Drake's back at it, playing fake mob boss. But this time, it backfired big time. Fans are roasting him online for flexing with this tough guy nonsense, especially since he's out here suing his own label, crying that he lost the beef and they ruined his name. But the one who hit Drake the hardest? Pusha T, no doubt.
So yesterday, Kirko, a famous page on Twitter, posted Clips' upcoming album, Let God Sort 'Em Out, has reportedly surfaced online days before its official release. And they turned their comments off. Now, Kirko has posted like when songs leak and stuff, but usually when big albums are about to come out or albums that people are talking about, like Hurry Up Tomorrow, for instance, The Weeknd's album leaked a couple days before the album drop, or some songs leaked at least. And they didn't necessarily post it. So I did find out.
The new Clips album finally dropped. And yeah, it's got that wild collab with Kendrick that Def Jam allegedly tried to force Pusha to cut. Now PCIA is spilling everything. Who was really trying to sabotage the Clips comeback? And how it's all tangled up with Drake's threats to Kendrick. First Clips album in 15 years. And the drama's insane. Let God Sort 'Em Out finally landed. And right before the big release, Pusha T had some heat for Drake. Push hit up IG and said, "Can't nothing stop this greatness. The lies are very telling. The people will never believe these smear campaigns." He didn't even have to drop names because fans already knew exactly who he meant, especially after it came out that Drake was paying random pages who never even listened to a Clips album to hate on it. For weeks, Drake's die-hard fans were flooding socials, talking wild, comment after comment, calling Clips washed up, saying nobody cares about their new drop, clowning like, Clips should be ashamed of themselves for dropping the worst rap album I've ever heard.
But, I mean, y'all don't think it's extremely corny for him to be in a video surrounded by guns?
No, absolutely it is.
Like,
for sure.
Y'all don't think that's extremely corny?
Yeah. But the song, honestly, it just sounds like another good hit Drake. I mean, a good Drake hit. It don't really sound like...
I don't even know if it's. I don't even know if it's.
I wouldn't say.
I
wouldn't say a hit.
It don't.
It's a cool record.
like another Drake,
like
single.
the vibe.
Like okay, cool, like a vibey single.
Why is he in the video surrounded by guns? What is the point?
And let's be real, these dudes saying all that, most of them didn't even grow up on Clips. Plus, they keep bringing up the age thing, throwing shade like, these guys are pushing 50. The disrespect is crazy. This is wild. Folks online are cracking up saying, can't wait to watch people try to hype this flop. Some even happy Clips is struggling, saying they should have focused on making real bangers instead of name-dropping rappers way bigger than them just for clout. People throwing shade like, poor Clips, all that waiting just to get smoked by Bieber's new album, a Travis Scott track, and Drake running Wireless Festival all weekend. Straight up savage. They're even clowning, calling it the total opposite of a coke high for Clips. And it gets crazier. Drake's fans been clapping back hard at Pusha T after that smear campaign line. One person on X said, there's no smear campaign. Nobody even cares about Clips anymore. It's been 4 presidents since they were relevant. They even dragging Clips' tour numbers, saying they can't even fill 20% of the seats.
You want to go to war because you got off the rap battle?
He said nobody cared till, they in front of your tombstone. So
I'm not mad at it. I just don't love the record. It's a cool record.
Why
I just don't love
in
it.
the video surrounded by guns?
It was a reference to something, but I can look up the
Aubrey
reference.
Gun Graham.
Man, he raised all
AR Graham now. That's who you are now. You're AR Graham.
Oh my goodness.
This record would make a lot of sense if Drake hadn't said nothing for the last year and a half.
If
he hadn't said a word, no.
But Push's supporters ain't letting it slide. They're saying OVO fans are just screaming loud to distract people from Drake, dropping another embarrassing diss track and cringe music video. Yeah. Drake just released a new single, What Did I Miss? Over the weekend. And it's got everyone talking. And here we go again. Drake's out here whining about people switching sides on him during the Kendrick Lamar drama. He's mad folks abandoned him. But guess what? Drake dropped this track on the exact 1-year anniversary of Kendrick's Not Like Us. So yeah, everybody knows this was a comeback shot.
Lawsuits, no nothing. Hadn't said nothing. He just came out, what did I miss? I didn't know what y'all was on. Like, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
But you in the video surrounded by a bunch of choppers. You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Oh my God.
See, I'm just not. It's cool.
You the Toronto trigger squeezer now.
This guy's crazy.
What's going on?
God.
So I know that man talk about you in therapy. You are so triggering.
Why are y'all?
But it didn't hit like he thought it would. Fans wasted no time clowning Drake, saying he's back doing the same old thing, playing victim while being the one who starts drama. One person on X said, Drake always playing the victim. He's the fake one, trying to control his friends. Didn't work for you, huh? Another one added, wish people would realize Drake loves acting like the victim. People are calling it out heavy. Lawsuits flying. His new track, What Did I Miss? Got folks saying Drake got a full-blown martyr complex. Kendrick already called him out for this in Euphoria, saying forget rap battles. Drake's not about that life. Oh, and let's not forget, Drake's also suing his label over those PDF accusations, claiming they let Kendrick defame him. This whole saga is wild. But here's what's really got people scratching their heads.
And for me, at that point, I was like, man, this shit reminds me too much of 2018. And reminds me of everything that happened, you know, within that year and a half.
Your battle with Drake.
Right, but I mean, just the censorship of it and the things that, you know, were stopped and halted and verses and so on and so forth. I was like, oh, this is
What Did I Miss? Got some wild lyrics that don't sit right, especially with those serious accusations floating around. Drake actually raps, she might decide to say no to me now, but say yes to me later. Like, we all know what he meant. But seriously, that's a crazy thing to say after the internet was just dancing to a track calling him certified PDF file. The lyrics already had folks raising eyebrows. But the music video, that's what really sent everyone over the edge, straight up laughing at Drake. In the video, Drake's just chilling in his backyard, surrounded by a whole arsenal of guns. But instead of looking tough, fans are saying he looks goofy, trying way too hard to play the tough guy role, and it comes off corny, not scary. Charlemagne was the first to call it out loud on The Breakfast Club, going in on Drake and calling him corny for cosplaying a shooter. Drake's fans are out here trying to defend him, saying people just don't get the deep symbolism with the guns. But most folks ain't buying it. So in the video, all the guns are actually pointed straight at Drake. He's standing there, right between two snipers, both locked in on him.
it on or whatever. There were quite a few records that were stopped, put a, you know, like, yo, we're not doing this, or was, you know, just basically shelved. And it
Your
was
verses,
yeah,
for
my
instance, on the
verses.
Pop Smoke album.
Yeah, Pop Smoke. But the telling part was when they would get the lyrics wrong.
Oh, sure.
So it one day I forget what song this was, but there was a Pop Smoke song that definitely
Basically, he's trying to send a message, like everybody's aiming at him, but he's still standing tall, standing on business. But plenty of folks aren't buying it, saying Drake's just stirring the pot again and low-key threatening Kendrick. One user on X said, Kendrick's really from the streets. He's built for this. Drake's just pretending, running to court saying they said mean things and acting scared, but still out here dissing and flexing with guns. Another person jumped in, middle of a lawsuit, wrapping around weapons, talking about revenge, and then going live threatening people. Yeah, Drake fumbled this whole rollout. And if you missed it, that fan was talking about Drake's wild live stream. Drake was out here driving a box truck while previewing his next project, Iceman. And then some random kids on bikes pulled up, yelling the B word at him, quoting, "Not like us." Drake snapped back, yelling and warning that kid could get shot. People are saying Drake is doing way too much out here, and it's looking bad. But like always with Drake, none of this actually sounded scary. Folks are saying it's just more tough talk with no real bite. Oh, and this all went down in Toronto, which explains why Drake was throwing on his heavy Toronto accent that night. Now, back to Pusha T, because he's not letting up on Drake at all.
In your mind, they were being overly sensitive about you rapping about another artist signed to that label. Drake, a huge artist under the Universal banner. And they were sort of playing referee. He was getting Shea Gilgeous-Alexander calls, is what you're saying.
For sure. For sure.
And at that point, you said, all right, I'll keep it moving. You put out Story of Adidon on SoundCloud instead of commercially. The Pop Smoke
that happened.
Removed.
The verses get removed.
Just days before his new album dropped, Push sat down with GQ and didn't hold back. Straight up blasting Drake for suing UMG over Not Like Us. Push said, "I don't rate him no more. The suing thing is bigger than some rap stuff. I just don't rate you." Cold words. Push went in, saying it cheapens the whole art of rap when people run to court over diss tracks. He was like, "If we gotta talk about suing and legal threats, then what's even the point of battling in the first place?" And Push also spilled that Def Jam tried to pressure him to get Kendrick to censor his verse on the Clips track, Chains and Whips, because they were scared Kendrick would get reckless with the shots at Drake. This drama just keeps piling up. But Push wasn't having it. He refused to back down. Def Jam told him straight up, if Kendrick's verse stays, the whole record's gotta go. But Push stood his ground and said no again. That's when Def Jam dropped Clips from the label, pushing them out completely. That move forced Clips to lock in a distribution deal with Roc Nation instead. Push broke all this down in a fresh interview with Elliott Wilson, saying Def Jam was nitpicking every little bar and putting crazy pressure on Clips to cut the Kendrick collab from the album.
A couple verses get removed. I move on.
Right.
I just move on musically.
Right.
You know?
So then fast forward to 2024.
Fast forward, yeah.
Drake and Kendrick do their thing.
Boom.
Drake files a lawsuit.
Boom.
You play them your new song with a Kendrick verse on it.
Boom.
How do they react?
Now, mind you, the energy up to that point is everybody's clamoring, oh, new album's coming, so on and so forth.
But Push wasn't done yet. He linked this drama with Def Jam back to his 2018 beef with Drake, when he dropped The Story of Adidon and exposed Drake for hiding his son. In another interview with Pop, Push revealed what went down after that diss, saying Def Jam started shelving his tracks, making it feel like they were punishing him just for coming at Drake too hard. This label politics mess runs deep. Push said he tried to let all that old drama slide. But when Def Jam pulled the same shady move with Chains and Whips, he knew it was time to stand up and fight back. According to Push, the label started throwing out weak excuses, saying they wanted the track cut because he mentioned the term Trump card and they didn't want to stir up any Trump controversy. But Push called it what it was. Straight up nonsense. He said the real reason was crystal clear. Def Jam didn't want to deal with the fallout of having two of Drake's biggest rivals linking up on the same track. They were protecting Drake, plain and simple. Push tried to play it cool, saying the lyrics on Chains and Whips ain't even about Drake. But come on, even the title alone is a dead giveaway. Look, on Drake's track with Jack Harlow, Churchill Downs, Drake spits, "All I hear is plug talk coming from Middleman," which was a clear jab at Push. Then he takes a shot at Kendrick too, rapping, "All I hear is tall tales coming from little man, whips and chains like a dominatrix." So yeah, Clips and Kendrick dropping a track called Chains and Whips is definitely no accident. Now the big question is, what's Drake gonna do next? Drake's out here gearing up to drop his new album, Iceman, but the release date's still under wraps. Drake's been teasing online, letting fans know it's for sure coming this year. But what vibe is he really bringing with it? Last year, After Kendrick cooked him in the beef, Drake was acting like he didn't care, trying to flex like he was untouched. But people are watching close to see if Iceman is going to be redemption or another L. Drake also dropped that project with Party Next Door, and for a minute, people thought he finally got it. Maybe it was time to stay in his lane. Smooth R&B vibes with some catchy rap melodies instead of fake tough talk. But here we are. And Drake's back wildin', talking about shooting people and dropping videos with guns everywhere. And it's not slowing down. Drake's been posting cryptic stuff on Instagram, hinting that this beef is far from finished. He's even saying, Iceman is gonna make people uncomfortable. Drake wrote, I grew up non-confrontational and always treated this game as a sport where my pen won gold. But these days, the podium has been hard for all of us to ignore. I understand this next chapter may leave you uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity, not charity. That answers some questions, especially about the unanswered texts you've been sending me. So what's next for Drake? Is Iceman gonna be his comeback or another messy L? If you want to keep up with all the drama, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next.